This is Space Like Adventure, a Sounds Like Adventure actual play all about a ragtag group of misfits overcoming their corporate overlords in the Expanse. Hey there. It's another episode of Sounds Like Adventure. It's me, Jack. How you going? Surprise. We're back. It's a Thursday, and we have another episode of Space Like Adventure for you today. So today, Thursday, the 25th of July, is the biggest day in Sounds Like Adventure history. So I had to give you a bonus podcast episode to keep you excited. That's right, tonight we go live for the very first time on the Sounds Like Adventure Twitch channel. If you haven't subscribed already, head down to the link in the show notes, click subscribe, show your support. It's going to mean a lot to us. But tonight at 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, we are going to continue the story that ends at the end of this episode. But hey, like I said on Tuesday, if you can't catch it live, you'll have plenty of opportunities to catch up. We're going to put the full video on our YouTube channel, and we're going to release audio-only episodes right here in the Sounds Like Adventure podcast feed on Tuesdays. And just quickly before we get into the episode, let's do a little bit of Expanse RPG 101. One of the main things in this system is something called stunts. It's kind of replaces like spells and things like that in D&D games. So a stunt makes it sound like, you're doing a backflip or you do something cool. But basically, instead of crits in this game, you make certain rolls that generate stunt points. And then you can spend those points to execute certain moves that give you benefits and advantages towards what you were trying to do, or maybe something you're trying to do later. So we'll get an example of that today, but this is something you're going to hear a lot throughout this series. But today's episode. So in the last episode, you heard our crew go on their first ever spacewalk. They headed outside the Bounty and they went over to this derelict ship to try and figure out what they could find. You heard them make a daring jump, Trevor, Flint, and Atea spinning out of control, only to be rescued by Mo and Shrike. And now they're heading inside. Let's get into it. Okay, so Atea, to you first. Go ahead and give me an intelligence test with the business focus, if you can.
Yes, I get to use my one focus. Okay. 18.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Good roll.
Great. So
That's it.
you think back to your past life and various places that you may have, inhabited at that point in time. And you knew the policies, you knew the brand guidelines, you knew the colors, you knew everything. That's kind of stuff. And you are struck by one specific shade of red that is in this little color swatch that you can see on this wall. And you're like, that's the shade. That's the shade that we use. No one else uses that shade. But what are these other shades? And that sits to you very strangely that these colors would be grouped together in this way, because that color is not used by anyone else. And you know that for a fact.
I think Atea kind of brings her hand up and kind of dramatically wipes her hand over it. Over the comms, I say, Flint, can you come over here?
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know if I've said that yet.
Oh, you are? Oh, you're sorry. Good. Just come over here, okay?
I'll go head on over.
You were in the military, yeah?
Yeah, I think we've established that I was, yes.
Okay, yeah. No, I know. Can you just, these logos here, you seen these before?
Have I?
It wouldn't even look like a logo to you. It would look like just like some oddly stylized bit of paint. It's so modernist and futuristic in that way that you'd have to be of a certain ilk to even recognize this as a piece of art or a logo in that sense.
Sure. No, we didn't get anything that fancy looking, at least in the Martian military.
Okay. All right, that's all. Thank you for apologizing. I will consider. Maybe you owe me a debt or something. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Consider asking you before I do things going forward as well.
Oh, good. You'll consider it. Oh, fun.
It's-
Oh, that's fun, isn't it? Yeah, definitely do. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say to you right now. Honestly, like, I'm not happy, and I feel like that's pretty clear. So.
I'm not happy that you've been listening to my personal voice messages that were
I
specified
listen to everyone's
for.
personal voice messages. I'm the communications officer.
I don't know if that's part of the job
Are
description.
you communicating with your daddy?
Flint's gonna mute everything and just walk away.
That's crazy.
Great. So now I think, Ataya, you have these two thoughts dueling in your mind. You've been thrown over to this ship. You're extremely unhappy about that. But this is piquing your curiosity in a way that nothing has piqued your curiosity since you've been on this ship. This is the first sign of anything that you have seen that remotely reminds you of your old life.
She's like, okay. She thinks to herself, well, if this is familiar, maybe there's logs or something. So she'll head to like, if there's a terminal, or can she see a terminal, or like something where some sort of documentation or like, communication logs might be.
That's where Flint's generally heading as well, so you're probably going to end up in the same area.
Awkward.
Oh, damn it. Okay. All right,
Can't get away from me.
So that happens. You start looking for that. And as that's happening, Mo and Shrike, you're looking for signs of life, essentially. So let's go ahead. What should we do on this? Give me perception tests. What do you guys have any focuses on perception tests?
I don't think I got a focus on perception.
I have survival. Yeah.
Okay, let's go survival. I'll allow that. And I want to beat a 10 here.
Got a 10.
Nice.
Mo got a 14.
And you got some stunt points. Can you do anything with those stunt points?
Actually, yes, I can. Okay, here we go. Breakthrough. You gain not only information, but some form of incontrovertible proof. Reduce the total number of leads on the path by 1, jumping to a further point in the investigation immediately.
Okay, cool. We're not doing all the full investigation mechanics right now, so I will just give you some more information than I would have given you. So what happens here then? So there's these two doorways in this hallway that you're in, basically. There's one over to the left, which you can't make out. There's like a sign above it, but you can't read what it says because it's been damaged. And then there's one over to the right that says the brig, something you'd be pretty familiar with. And both of you see the signs on the door that a makeshift airlock has been created behind that door. You got a pretty good feeling that there's somebody behind there based on that stunt that he rolls.
Mo would see it, note it, but not immediately go to open it. I think he would like broadcast to the channel and be like, guys, found airlock. I think possible survivors.
Trevor, after hearing this, will just beeline it straight to where Mo is. Because he's kind of like safety above all else, so he's just kind of like, nah, if they're survivors.
But I think at the same time as well, Mo would be like, now, whoa there, Big Trev. Gotta remember, this thing's been hit by a railgun. This may not be friendly people.
Alright, true.
If it's been hit by a gun straight through the ship, they might be not alive.
They were conscious enough to make an airlock in that room.
Saying if an alien corpse floats out towards your face, not my fault.
I think when Atea says like Trike like grips onto her crowbar and she's like, why would you say that?
I'm sorry. Honesty hurts, okay?
So you guys would know from the way that these like emergency airlocks work that they're designed to like interface with your suits and then like form these little protective oxygen bubbles so that you can break the doors and enter the rooms, basically. Well, open the doors, not break them. So yeah, if you want to do it, you just sort of like key in the code, and like miraculously these two doors seem like they're still working despite the shift being like totally on emergency red lights. Nothing seems like it's working.
So I would need to know a code to get in the door?
No, you're in the ship already. It's like once you're in the ship, you're hitting the buttons and you're opening the doors.
Yeah, I think Mo would do it. I think Mo would value someone's, like, a possible life over danger.
He's a good boy.
Well, I mean, he is, to a fault, I think.
So you would know from your previous work, Mo, from your current work, actually, as a security person, that, like, if you want to go in, it's, like, kind of like you should all go in together, basically. Like, you should all be ready for the oxygen bubble to form around you guys so you can enter in the room.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. I think Mo would turn around and be like, if we're going in, we're all going in together.
On your lead, Mo. On your lead.
Flint, seeing you do a lot of hand gestures, is going to unmute himself and be like, what are we doing?
Yeah, nice of you to join us, Cap.
Oh, don't call him Captain. I don't want to hear that.
Do we know how many people are potentially going to be in that room? The logs might at least give us a heads up if we need to be any sign for concern or anything like that.
I mean, my crystal ball's in the shop, but if you have one on you, you could let me know.
I was going to look at the ship logs, Mo.
And then you know what? Mo would admit fault here and be like, you know what? Good idea, Cap. And
just in case, if they're not going to be friendly, it'd be good to get an idea of how many people could be potentially in that room.
Yeah. Well, I feel like maybe they will be friendly. That would be nice.
Could we knock?
Much to my dismay, I think Cap's right. Let's check the brig first and see who or what could be in there before we head in.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
So you could, if you wanted to try and like connect in with the systems of the ship, the best way to do that would be to try and like maybe connect in with like the keypad of the door from where you are, or you could continue exploring, or Flint could look at his data pad, his hand terminal, and see if there is any active networks. Really, anyone could do that, and see if there's anything you guys can connect in with that's just like on the air. You can go around looking, see if you can find something. But
I think that given Atea has seen that, what you saw, I think her go-to is like, oh, well, I need to get on this network. So I guess she'll go over to like a door terminal and like, take out her funny little plug from her wrist, her portable USB port, and she'll walk up to a door terminal and try to connect to it.
Okay, great. So you connect in with this door terminal, and you get like this interface pop up on like the HUD of your suit, and then it sort of like crackles a little bit, and it just sort of fades away, and you're just left with the option to open or close the door.
Yeah, she'll open the door, and I'm assuming Flint is with her as well.
Finding any way of how many people are on board or anything like that. No, that'll be it for Flint.
There may still be a way. It's just not in this hallway where you guys are standing. There's no chart on the wall that says all the passengers or anything like that. But there may be other things, definitely. Great. So now you guys are going to go into the new room, and Shrike and Mo, are you guys just sort of waiting to get the result, or are you going to head into the new room as well?
Can't you just like stand by the door and watch Flint and Atea?
Yeah, of course. And Trevor, are you just traipsing in there as well, looking for a place to plant some stuff?
Yeah, but also like standing on guard as well, just in case anything does jump out, he can quickly and decisively try and like disarm or subdue, best word to go with.
So back to the moment where, Atea, you open the door. So you open the door, and there's a moment that you would know as a person who's not really a space expert, that when a room is pressurized and another room is not pressurized, there's like a moment where all the air comes out of the room. So you open the door and that doesn't happen. So it's clear that this room has also been completely depressurized at some point. And inside you find this darkened cafeteria area. And due to the ship being depressurized, everything inside this room is on the float. There's cups are floating around, there's chairs, there's random sort of like dark objects floating in the distance. And yeah, you guys are, you know, like, what are you guys doing here, I guess?
She turns to Flint and she says, "Did you hear me before how I said, like, what if there are dead bodies just floating around?"
Are you worried about seeing dead bodies, Ateo?
No. Yes.
I'm happy to do a scout of the room, check if there's anything that shouldn't be in here.
Yeah, no. You know, I think that's the least you could do. Yeah, go for it.
Let's go find some dead bodies.
All right, let's get a perception. And then also, Trevor, are you sort of scoping out the room as well at this point, entering, following close behind? So yeah, let's get a perception from you as well.
Come on. 17 with 6 stunt points.
Damn.
Damn, big stunts.
Just a flat 10.
14. I'm somehow seeing better than Flint.
Cool. So yeah, you guys all get a pretty good layout of the room. So Flint, I think you're looking around and seeing if you can see anything. You're probably moving more in amongst like the cups and things like that. And I think probably like Atea and Flint, you guys probably both like glance like a glint of metal at some point. And yeah, I think you like, do you guys pay closer attention? Do you look closer at what the glint of metal is?
I think Atea's like watching Flint and is like, if he sees something, she's like kind of following where he's looking.
So it's a watch and it's attached to an arm floating among the debris.
Oh, no, you can go, that's fine.
So you take a moment, you look around the room and you sort of realize what these dark objects are that are floating at the corners of the room.
I knew it! Atea's backing out of the room. I'm good. I want to go back. I'm good.
Flynn will go to the arm watch, and I think he's going to try and bring him down to suss out, like, well, if they're human, if he can tell if they're Belters or Martians, or get a read on it.
So there's 3 people in this room. You pull them down. There's like, they're floating, but they're sort of just like, you know, floating in the middle of the room vaguely. So you don't have to like yank them down by the ankle or anything like that. And they're just in these like very nondescript jumpsuits. And you notice that their eyes have no color. They have no color in their iris, all of them.
I think by this state, as soon as Atea realized, oh, one of them is a body, I feel like it was a chain reaction, like, oh, wait, that's a hand. Oh, wait, that's a body. Oh, wait, that's another body. Yeah, she's turned around and she's making her way back down the corridor and she's like, she is going towards Shrike.
I think as soon as Flint's would the iris colorings mean anything?
Other than that's another friggin' weird thing that we've seen in this ship.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, sure. I think Flynn will just get on the radio and say, we've got 3 bodies in here.
I told you.
Mo would be like, anything recognizable?
Maybe don't look into a dead person's eyes, you know, Flint. That's a bit weird.
That's good. I was just looking in their eyes for some reason. Let's look for an ID.
Eyes, really?
Yeah, let's pat them down, see if they got any identification on them. Any like anything on the jumpsuits? There's obviously, you said there's no anything that. Who are these people? Is what Flint's trying to discern.
And I think at the point of bodies being discovered as well, because it's only a couple steps away over the corridor. I think Mo would go join to have a look at this. This is Mo's prime like territory sort of thing. So,
of everyone here, how many of like has everyone like been around death before or not?
Oh yeah, Mo definitely.
Oh, Atea just like hasn't.
Mo would walk over very comfortable and immediately, like, he was a cop. I think he would immediately, like, go crime scene brain and sort of start to try and figure out things.
A couple of bits and pieces. So you ask about ID. Do they have ID? They don't have ID. I think to you, Flint, you're a bit like, darn, they don't have ID. That's a bummer. And I think to Mo, you're like, why don't they have ID? Like, you are straight away like, that does not happen type of thing.
I think Mo as well. I want to look for hand terminals and things like that around the room. If anything's floating or if they've got any on their person, hand terminals would give us a lot of data.
Yeah, sure. So a few bits and pieces before that. So Trevor, just to resolve the roll that you made. So you were specifically looking for a place to plant the charge. So you notice there's like a heavy duty cabinet that is attached to, it's embedded in a far wall, and it's clear Railgun Slug tore through this part and managed to push this thing back here, but it's heavy duty and it's like lodged directly into the wall. So it strikes you that this would probably be a good spot to plant one of the charges.
Can I use my stump points as well?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do with them?
I was actually going to do, because under general exploration, it was a stitch in time. It's like you put in the effort to do it right the first time, setting yourself up for greater success later. Gain +1 per SP spent on your next stunt related to this one during this encounter.
Nice.
So you're going to spend all 6 of those, and you can add 6 to your next check on related to this.
I'll do that.
So you go up and you plant the charge as well at this point?
Yep. Trevor has seen like only like a handful of dead bodies before, so he's still kind of like trying not to like touch him or disrespect him too much. He's kind of like, oh god, all right, cool, let's gotta get through this. He's kind of like trying to move his big frame through the actual like floating bodies, so he's kind of like, he's irked but not like enough to stop what he's doing. He's like, okay, I've got to push through this.
So now you want to do some more investigation in terms of...
I asked about hand terminals. See if I can find hand terminals either.
There's hand terminals floating all around.
I sort of got the closest one and I want to see if I can get anything from it, basically. I mean, a hand terminal is a personal computer, so yeah.
You pick it up and you turn it on and you see your own interface pop up on the device.
Can I not get one of their hands to turn it on or something?
It's a thought. Yeah, why not? You can give it a crack, certainly.
Yeah, I want to just, yeah.
Yeah, no, let's give that a shot. What kind of role are we going to do for that kind of thing? This seems like some cool tech stuff here. I reckon it...
Intelligence security? Because it's the security of the device?
Yeah, why not? Give me an intelligence security on this. But it's a hard roll. Give me a...
Okay, fair.
This feels like one that I would put a DC of 20 on in a game of D&D. So what's the 20?
18.
It's an 18? Okay. Sort of flickers on for a moment and like you like see it for a second and then it just like this system is damaged. This ship is messed up and some part of that is affecting what you're trying to do.
I think over the comms though, Mo would be like, Princess, any way of getting a dead person's hand terminal to go on to them?
Yeah, okay, I'm coming. Yeah, fine. All right, yeah, okay, I guess. This is what I do now. Yeah, and she'll turn around. She like, because she's been like walking towards Shrike basically this whole time. Because I think that Atea has like decided that Shrike is like the most level-headed, other than like Trevor, really. Like Trevor is like the muscle. Shrike is like, if she's like, I don't want to do this, she could probably go to Shrike and be like, Shrike will be like, yeah. So like she nods at Shrike, and she turns back around. Yeah, she walks back into the room with the corpses, and she stands at the doorway. She goes, she does a couple deep breaths in. Okay. This is for you. You know who you are. Okay, and she's she goes in, and she will go up to the hand terminal, and she looks at Mo. So he was holding, the dead guy was holding the terminal.
Well, I made him hold it.
Okay, cool, fun, love that, cool. and she'll try and plug into it and see if she can access it.
Okay, so it's an intelligence. DC is also going to be an 18 on this. And I'm not going to give you business on this one, unfortunately.
No! Only one thing! Okay. Come on, please.
Oh, that was so close.
Wow. Bad luck.
17.
Wow, I think the terminal flickers again. And in that moment, you see that same interface pop up again that you saw before. Just for a fraction of a second, you can see like a little ticking thing, like that's moving, like a loading progress thing, and it moves, and then it just screen flickers away.
When that happens, Mo just sort of like casually chucks the hand terminal, and like it floats and drifts off into nothingness.
No, it's still plugged into her.
Not anymore.
Tell me about that watch, Jack.
The watch. God, all the way back. Thank you.
Guys, a very quick thing. Is there anything?
It's a watch.
Is there nothing interesting about it at all?
Yeah, it's a silver watch.
Okay, Flint would just like to take a moment to kind of, they're hovering so he can't do much, but he's going to close all of their eyes and kind of rest their hands over their chest.
As he's doing that, can I roll Constitution for throwing up?
Okay.
Thank you.
What number did it give you before a turn?
She's watching him just like interact with his
You're
body.
in a spacesuit.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's gonna like go all over you.
Yeah. Listen, Kess doesn't love this, but I'm committed, alright? Alright. 12.
So you hang on to your lunch again.
Okay. Back to you, Flint.
So Flint, you're performing this ritual just to sort of set these guys at ease?
Yeah, I'd say so. He's going to just stand there kind of looking at them hovering awkwardly in space and kind of just stare blankly. Well, your service has come to an end and you can rest now. You're another bright star in the sky now, and may your light continue to guide those who come after you. And then he's just going to... There's no connecting doors to this room that weren't the ones that we came through?
No.
And then he's just going to head out of the room.
Yeah, I think Mo would walk past, like tap him on the back of the shoulder as he's walking past, and then be like, well, I think it's time we go meet our possible survivors.
Let's go see what we can find.
I could not be happier walking away from these buddies.
Now, Princess, you're very aware that, like you said before, these people might be dead.
Uh-huh.
Walking past, I'll pat a hand back and be like, it's alright. It's a tough thing, but we're in this together. We got this. Like, we're all gonna watch out for each other as well, so you got this.
She like gives him like a solid like nod. It's an honest moment for her, which is not common.
Do we have weapons?
You have the like tools that you've brought over. So you got some.
And her tasers.
As grim as it might be, we might need to prepare ourselves for them not being friendly. And not that I think, looking at the mining equipment, not that I think we can do all that much, but just in case, go in with a bit of caution.
So you guys approach the door with the makeshift airlock. Your suit interfaces with the door. Who's going in first?
Not me.
I think Mo would happily lead the charge.
Close second.
Yeah, I think Flynn will be close to the front as well. Probably in line with Trev.
I can stay in the back with Atea, just kind of
Yeah.
like her emotional support.
Thank you.
Keeping an eye on her.
It's like, it's okay. Pat. You'll be
Great.
alright.
I think Mo would have crowbar in one hand, and then like doing the interface with the door with the other. At the ready.
Your suits sync with the airlock system, and a bubble of breathable atmosphere forms around you guys. And then there's like a plastic seal that seals over the back of it. And then the door hisses open, revealing a dimly lit room with a lone figure strapped to a crash couch. And then the bubble starts sort of like collapsing. So like you guys are going to have to get in the room, or you're going to have to break the atmosphere.
Yeah, we get pushed into the room, sort of thing.
Yeah, we're rushing the room. Yeah.
Signs of life.
Push in the room.
I think Mo would like still crowbar in front, just as like cautionary, not threatening, but just cautionary. Whoa, friend, you okay? and see if he gets a response. More just to see if they're lucid.
You said that they're strapped. They're strapped to something.
Crash couch.
A crash couch is like a chair in a spaceship, basically, is all it is.
Okay.
So you guys all have your headlamps. You walk in, anywhere you look is like illuminated with by your torch, essentially. So you guys can see it plain as day. There's a person strapped to a crash couch. There's the red emergency light in the room. You can see this person. You don't need a roll for this.
Is he wearing the same jumpsuit?
No.
No.
Okay, yeah, I think Mo's still, same course of action. Mo would walk in, just going, well, friend, you okay? And see if it gets a response.
So as you walk in, your suit interface, like you're looking at them and you're detecting like signs of life from this person, but they appear to be asleep.
Mo wanted to dictate whether they were lucid or not first, and then, investigate, be like, see if there's a belter, human, belter, earther, like that sort of thing. Immediate clocking.
What kind of a life form are we witnessing?
Humanoid?
And what is their fashion sense like?
Yeah, it's a human, but I think notably they're in like a patient's gown.
Are they wearing underwear?
Butt flap.
You'd have to check.
Right, so have we sealed the airlock behind us?
So yeah, the plastic is sort of like falls back in and then the door closes.
Seeing Mo do that, I think she's going to nudge him with the crowbar.
Why?
She also, before she does it, she stops, she turns around, she looks at Flint, she looks at Shrike, she looks at Mo, she looks at Trap, she looks at everyone. And she just kind of like leans forward and she's just going to gently nudge him with the crowbar on the knee.
Mo would put his hand on Atea's arm and just like as in like hold off for a sec, and I think Mo would take helmet off and then step forward and like he's strapped in. So Mo would take helmet off, lean down on one knee so he's sort of at eye level, and then just sort of like shake shoulder a little bit to try and wake him up.
Right. So the person wakes up and it's like their eyes just snap open intensely. And immediately you see that something is not right with this person. The color of their eyes, different to the color that we were talking about before, is this like electric blue that you should never see in a person's eyes. It's literally like electricity. And they start speaking and they're like strapped back and they're like, no. Get away! No. I won't go. No.
Mo steps back immediately, and just says, "What happened here?"
You can't make me. I won't.
No one's making you do anything. No one's making you do anything. We're all friends here. What happened?
It's like panicked eyes darting around the room. There's like a little bit of like lucidity comes over and he's like, they did things to me.
Who did?
They made me touch the light.
The light. It was the light on this ship.
It's everywhere.
Mo like looks around at everyone and is just like, can I roll something to see how much more I think I can get out of him, or whether he's too far gone for me to broach more?
Any terminals in the room?
Oh, that's good.
I'm more. This guy seems like he's been experimented on. I assume.
Logs
Is there
or
are there other
something?
are there dead people in the room?
It's just this guy.
Or is it just
and there are like computers and things like that you can definitely look at. You can see an auto dock in this room. So you notice the color of the blue of his eyes starts to just get stronger and stronger, and it starts to pulsate. And the person, they start to like shake and sob in front of you. And suddenly they just stop moving altogether. And they look directly at every one of you guys and they say, Pope. And their eyes flash blue and they stop moving and their arms are floating in front of them as whatever was done to them takes its toll and they die.
Mo.
And that's where we end it. Sorry. No more.
They're Catholic.
I was gonna say Pope.
Which one?
And there you have it. It's the last episode of our prequel series leading into our full campaign of Space Like Adventure. And it all kicks off tonight at 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on the Sounds Like Adventure Twitch stream. And please, if you haven't subscribed already, head to the link in the show notes, go over, subscribe to the show. Help us kick this stream off with a massive bang. We are so excited, and there's going to be a lot of twists and turns in this story. I've got a lot of drama to put these guys through, and of course, it's going to have that trademark Sounds Like Adventure humor the whole way through. So hey, with all that in mind, I really hope that you join us tonight at 8:30 p.m. But in the meantime, I'll catch you in the next episode of Sounds Like Adventure.